hello, and welcome to today's Daily Dominion, which is a Monday. Of course, we have base, and in this case, we have base plus allies. There's some stuff you can do here. What would be really helpful is just regular village in like swapped out for vassal or courier, or vassal in particular. Would really help us out here, but we don't have it. So AI usually goes for some of the draw stuff that we're seeing here. I mean, it'll get capital cities, it'll get highwayman, it'll get marquee. So yeah, and unfortunately the trashing here is basically non-existent. I mean, you can remodel estates into couriers and that helps, or vassals, and that helps a little bit, but it doesn't, doesn't necessarily change the picture too much. You really just need to have the highwayman and like a good amount of capital cities along with some of the other draw cards. Council room is good here. We have council room and militia, so council room you draw them up a card and then you play militia, which we've seen before, or I've talked about before. Artisan should be pretty good. I mean, the problem with some of this stuff I'm saying is that, again, that we're village limited. So, I mean, even if we get 5 of these, we can only play 6 terminals. Fortunately, the draw cards are like powerful, so like we don't necessarily need, and the capital city can filter to them. So we don't necessarily need a huge number of copies of like the council room or the marquee plays. That's going to help out quite a bit. Anyway, I'm going to open Silver Militia. These are the hard price points. Like 4, I think you can safely take couriers, but vassals are a little scarier, and you don't want like too many silvers. Okay, we're quite lucky here. We don't get hit with the militia on our $6 hand. We're just gonna go ahead and pick up the artisan. Also, we draw this right off top. Okay, the bot's militia went all the way down to turn 5, so that's quite good. This is going to be either a capital city or a highwayman gain. I'm leaning towards highwayman, though there's some worlds where if we get the capital city, it's what enables us to maybe just buy a highwayman on the next turn, which isn't as true for the highwayman itself, but they're going to play militia, so that's going to make the capital city effect kind of worthless. What I'm going to do is just put a highwayman on top, and we'll get attacked, and then, we'll play the highwayman and go from there. They get a marquee, which is not great by itself. Like, if you just have marquees and your opponent is playing militia consistently, the marquee are pretty bad. But because marquee draws more cards when you have a bigger hand size. So if you supplement the marquee with highwayman or council room or whatever, or libraries, things like that, then it works quite well. If you can draw those other cards first, or just have a highwayman in play. But just relying on marquee for draw here against the militia is kind of risky. I don't know. The vassal is a pretty hard sell for me. The silver is also a little hard for me to consider at this point. We're really trying to get the draw going. And to be honest, we just already have enough buys. Or already have enough money for what we want to do. If there were another village on the board, I would buy a second artisan here in a heartbeat. I'm still a little bit tempted by it. I mean, if we get, 7 of the capital cities, then we certainly have room for it. Let's try it. Oh, I should have thought that through, actually. This was bad. So I should clearly here be buying a capital city just so that we can play it with courier. and go for it that way. But anyway, that was not good on my part. See, like here, it's gonna help us out and get him out. Hopefully, we don't get militiaed. Yeah. Okay, the bot is buying those, which is unfortunate. Courier also has a nice interaction with Highwayman. Let me think here. We want to trigger this shuffle. No, we already have enough money. I'm gonna say no. We're gonna gain a Highwayman. Put this down and buy a capital city. We haven't gotten to hit the militia. Okay, now this is a turn, right? Let's go ahead and get another capital city before we play this next one so that we can maybe get to our other artisan. Yes, okay, beautiful. Yeah, we can keep on moving through here. And then question here. Probably just want to top deck a capital city. And I think we want to buy a marquee at this point. We could also think about a council room or whatever, but so like you can see here. What? Can you guys see this? I got an assertion. I guess you guys can't see it, but I'll make a screenshot of it for the Discord. Bug reports. Says, oh no, there was an assertion. Log success files, more information. Assertion failed. Number of children less than max children. It's just not a, there's too many children. Fortunately. We'll try and restart it. We're able to. Okay. So okay, we're back in. It happened when I opened the log, so maybe I just won't open the log. I was going to show how the marquee didn't draw very many cards for them. But anyway, the marquee on their turn could only draw a couple of cards because of the situation, you know. So at some point we'll want to play this marquee, but we can kind of wait to play it until maybe we've played out a little bit of this stuff. We can also make the courier hit the other highwayman. We do have two highwaymen now. Highwayman is a bit unique in durations, and because you can actually get its plus cards every turn because you discard it from play. It's very nice. It's a very nice card. Very friendly. I mean nice not just in the sense of good, but as in like feel good. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really, really want the capital cities almost more than anything. So I think I'm gonna play this. No, we need to play another capital city. Where's the other artist at? So we've there's a capital city down in these bottom four, so that should be good. Okay. Well, that all went great. I'm pretty tempted to just buy the last two capital cities because it's going to limit how big we can build here. It's also just like they're really good just for consistency. Anyway, we super won this game. Not going to be close. We did have a very good. We had some really nice draws at the start, but I do like our play as well. Now we can load up on couriers, and with the capital cities, we have pretty good control of the couriers, sort of being non-terminal. We can also get. Actually, how many? I should save. Should save a couple of states. I should get a remodel. If we can find an estate. Oh, they're all in there. Okay. Well, that's on me for doing that. We should be able to draw back around to them, so. Okay. Let's get a remodel. We'll probably get more remodels later, but right now it's not a huge deal. Guess we'll just play that marquee for max draw. The this is a little pointless, but it all looks nice. So right now we're operating with, I guess, 2 loose actions. So in theory, we can take a couple more terminals. I might take 1 council room. It's kind of nice to play post marquee. We could even get some vassals, and we have some control of the vassal hits with artisan and stuff. So like, they're not as risky as maybe they could be, and they do give more money than the couriers. So, let's see. Like we'll do one now just for the top deck with artisan. There's a lot of nice little synergies here. And then you can do fun things like courier. Okay, so there's a okay. I mean, at some point we want to play the marquee. We might as well do it. So the marquee, I'm sort of been avoiding playing it. So when you play the marquee, if you have 5 cards in hand after playing the marquee, you go up to 10 exact, and then you don't have to discard any. Sometimes you want to draw above the 10 and just discard credit cards, but here it doesn't really matter that much for me, so I'm just kind of doing it that way to I have to click a little bit less. Anyway, so like this is a point where the council rooms are pretty nice. I'm trying to get to double, I guess, here. And also remodel. How much? I mean, we're already basically at double. I mean, we want to make sure to play the 2 highwaymen, but okay. We can't really afford like a bunch of vassals because of we can really only set up 2, but I'm trying to think. We have that's not quite enough money, probably. Trying to think if there's a way to get I mean, we could pick up another remodel. We could mill 2 provinces, but I don't think we'll have, or even go remodel into 2 artisans. But I don't think that's gonna quite get us to 5 provinces this next turn. Now, if the bot had bought a province, we could have done 4 quite easily, but I mean, we can still pick up another remodel if we want. I'm dying here. But I don't think we can get, so we're at 20 and we added another $1, so we're at like 21. I mean, we could get to 24, but not, and because we could mill. We have one more action, so we can mill to, I don't think we can quite get there. There may be a way, but it's not really worth worrying about at this point. I should have what I should have done there was, well, a lot of things, because I've now dudded. And I wasn't, well, I mean, there's some odds of getting out of it, but I kind of wasn't paying attention to my actions there. Anyway, we played the 2 highwaymen, so now this turn we can do the 4 provinces. This is like a cute point where we can play courier and just chain like a bunch of them, and then just make sure we play a capital city. At the end of it. So we flipped the marquee down into there. What do? We just mill the 2. We need another we do need another remodel. I can just play, well, this is kind of what I didn't want to do, but that's okay. It's 8, 11. Well, we don't have to play the highwayman also. I did forget that when I was counting everything. What did I discard? Whatever. Okay. Well, I think I probably finished in the same number of turns as I was going to. So I probably could have gotten some duchies if I hadn't messed up the play on the one turn. But it didn't matter. So in any case, I thought it was a pretty neat kingdom. I mean, actually, I think it's a really cool kingdom, actually. Again, like I said, you could build really, really big if you had another village pile, but we got that artisan. We had a really good first reshuffle, and the bot had a really bad first reshuffle, so it definitely got worse from there for the AI. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you all tomorrow.